That link takes you to a video which they still haven't taken down. And bear with me, folks. Just give me 1 second while I share in the comment section. Here's that link. Go ahead. Here's that link. You guys can go right to their YouTube page right now and see that video. And we're going to show it right now. We're going to show it right now. So that link takes you to this video.
On November 2nd, they're voting. Are you? Vote November 2nd.
How are we supposed to take that? Half of those pictures were of actual neo-Nazis, And the other half were just the January 6th riots. And again, we can do even worse. We can go back to this clip. That picture, that thumbnail, again, final screenshot of that video was paid for by the New Milford Democrat Town Committee, right? That thumbnail isn't auto-generated. I know this because I do this all the time. This is part of what I do for a living, right? I generate thumbnails. I upload thumbnails. This isn't auto-generated. And the reason I know this is because when they're auto-generated thumbnails, Facebook doesn't downscale the thumbnail. It doesn't crop the image. Facebook only does this for uploaded thumbnails. That means that the DTC or whoever they hired to put together this post and this video, which is the only video on the New Milford DTC's YouTube channel. It's the only one, right? They paid that person or they decided for themselves to upload. That is the thumbnail. That was a deliberate and intentional post. That thumbnail. They had to handpick that thumbnail. Which means, how in the world are we supposed to take this as anything other than, this is just saying everyone who considers voting for Pete Bass is a Nazi. That's what that's saying. There's no denying it at that point. And the one thing Pete Bass gets wrong is that, again, it's talking about people who voted for or are considering voting for Pete Bass because we're talking about what was happening during the campaign and during the election. So the one thing Pete Bass got wrong is that that they're talking about at least 2/3 of the voters not have. And if they're going to double down on that and stand by that, then they're talking about 3/4 of this town not have. And the DTC, you know what you did. So stop the deflections. Stop it. Just stop it. Everyone saw what happened and we're not all dumb. So you can stop treating us like we are, like your own constituency is. There has to have been thousands of Democrats that voted for Pete Bass, and now they're Nazis too. Pete Bass didn't go to you guys to seek your approval for these nominations because you no longer represent the minority, and it's obvious. Mary Jane, you aren't the minority. You're the fringe. And Pete Bass is 1,000% correct to not cater to the most radical elements of our community and our electorate.